Ciao, sono Magnus e ritorniamo sempre qui su Outcast e New Beginning. Siamo riusciti a sopravvivere per ciò che riguarda l'attacco. Siamo stati sotto attacco con la galeta che praticamente ci ha permesso più che altro di spostarci. Io pensavo che attaccasse, invece fondamentalmente, almeno per adesso, non fa una mazza, non fa niente. Comunque nel frattempo si è attivata questa nuova missione principale. Dobbiamo distruggere un altro generatore di San Zero, penso. Vabbè, comunque, facciamo e andiamo. Allora. Bella questa, E dai. Che cazzo. Andiamo? Aspetta. Fate bravi, Ok. Non ho capito se mi prendo... Oh, dove va? Dove? No, non fai lo... No, sto fatto il cambio. Allora, io non so se ci stai... Ok. Siamo un po'... Fate bravi e ci siamo anche curati. Poi che c'è? E dai cazzo, sto cazzo del pad che non funziona, Madonna Santa Vergine. Cioè, è assurdo che stiamo ancora a capire che non funziona il pad. Da là. Occhio, 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 mi stanno mirando. Ma come fai? Occhio che questi ci stanno ancora. Ma che si sono ricreate? Ok. Ma che lanciano? Ma chi è che sta lanciando? Quello? Non sto capendo una mazza. Vabbè. Dove sta il generatore? Sta qua giù. Mi ha rotto un po' le palle, Sta giù il generatore, Occhio. C'è qualcuno che ci spara, Andiamo di qua. Ok. Meno male che non si spostano tantissimo. Attenzione. Però qua c'è una cosa da seguire, penso. Ecco, tipo quello là, che cos'è? Quello non l'avevo già sbloccato. Ma come fa a becchiarmi di qua? E questo l'abbiamo già sbloccato. Sì, l'abbiamo già sbloccato, Deve stare qua dentro, ecco. Qua rischio, Ah. Ma com'è? Occhio, occhio. Occhio che c'è qualcosa là che si sbara. Che cazzo. Occhio qua dentro. Bastardo, se muoio. Ok. E muoviti, cazzo! Otto, Attenzione che dovrebbe morire. È andato, penso. Ah, l'abbiamo fatto saltare insieme al generatore. Ah, ogni tanto è una buona notizia. Ci dobbiamo scappare perché siamo in fin di vita, Ma come è morto? Scusami, è morto. Ancora non è morto. È schiattato.
Sorry, what were you saying?
The foundation of Thailand cuisine used to be rice, and it still is for many poor people because it's so cheap to cultivate. You will find many rice fields between Bida and Emia. The people of Emia will tell you the taste of rice doesn't compare to Morags, and I must agree with them. In Sapa, they prefer to eat senecta, but that's because they don't have access to anything other than fish, which is still more than Disan has. They used to import food from other regions, but haven't been able to since the Daokas went down.
What about drinks?
I drink water, but don't tell anyone in Bida. They only drink lampe over there. Now, if you are talking about the thirst for knowledge, Procreana used to be the place, while Palana is more about drinking the spiritual words of our Master of Ceremonies, no matter how bitter they taste these moons.
Okay, well, I don't know what the odds did to me, but I don't feel the need to put anything into me, so nothing comes out of me, which is quite convenient because I find that
We Talans have a seventh sense that...
Vabbè. Oh cazzo, mi stanno attaccando. Chi è quella gente? Non me ne vado assolutamente. Ok, quindi, momento. Vediamo di capire una cosa. Perché a questo punto non ho capito che cosa è successo. Dobbiamo andare qui perché... il gioco non è ancora... Ah, perché non è ancora attivo. Oh, cavolo. Purtroppo non ci funziona. Non so, a volte funziona, a volte no, veramente, devo essere sincero.
Directorate has budget concerns. Let me remind you that your orders are about gathering resources, not wasting them in unnecessary conflicts.
I stand behind my report. Military costs can't be compromised.
What's the status on negotiation with the native population?
I have put in a significant effort, but all our attempts have been rebuffed. If anything, I'd like to request more reinforcements to nip any uprising in the bud.
You lost a precious convoy, General, and frankly, some people here are questioning the leadership that led to such a disaster.
That was a technical accident and an isolated incident. It's all in my report. I assure you that I have the situation well in hand.
Speriamo che non ce l'hai sotto controllo. Questo è bastardo, secondo me, Questa è l'unica parte del gioco, della storia, naturalmente, che
it's
mi
getting hot in there.
intriga un po'.
Eventually, you're gonna run out of excuses, General.
We Talans have a seventh sense that filters out too much unnecessary information, Ulakai.
Sure. Got it.
Allora, un momento, dobbiamo trovare sta qua, praticamente, sì. Io penso che stia qua, Allora, occhio. C'è qualcosa di molto potente che sta sparando, Voglio prima pregare a questi, dai. Dove cazzo stanno? Ah, stanno giù, stanno. Pensavo che stessero giù, però, Ok. Io penso che ci sia qualche altra cosa. Ok. Ok, allora l'asta al pezzo e qua giù si sblocca. Eccolo qua. Occhio che ce ne sta un altro, penso, no? Cazzo! Ok. Ok, è andato, dai.
Mine now.
Allora, qua si sblocca, dai. Mamma mia. Perfetto. Allora, fammi capire, sta qua. Dove sta? Sta là. Sta là. Occhio che non so se ci siano altri tizi. Ma non mi pare. Questo ce lo prendiamo. Merci. E dai. Ok. Mo' ha funzionato, per esempio, eh. Raggiungi il tuo contrassegno sulla mappa. Va bene. 4,65. Usa i materiali forniti dalle creature per... Vabbè, sì, lo attiviamo da qua, dai. Mamma mia. È stato complicato, ma ce l'abbiamo fatta. Ok, passo? No. È perfetto, adesso non so sinceramente se devo parlare con qualcuno oppure... no, maestra della cerimonia. No, aspetta, voglio essere sicuro che sinceramente non ci mettiamo a fare... aspetta, c'è una cosa nuova qua. Che cos'è questo? Uccide i nemici, aumenta i danni e la frequenza. Aspetta un attimo, magari può essere una cosa simpatica. Vediamo. Per il resto non penso che possiamo migliorare il peso di impossibile. Ok. Niente. Sta qua dentro. Oh, sono andato un attimo a fuoco.
Are you the leader of this place?
I am Rumbar, chief of Palana, and you are
Wait a minute. Did you just say your name is Rumbar?
son of Tequila Bar. Yes.
I love you guys. Do you think your town has what it takes to rise up and fight the invaders?
Like the Dolotai Guardians did. No. Their hazarduses are scattered across the planet, waiting for a reversion that may never come.
Sorry to hear that.
It's a disgraceful end for Talan. I don't wish it on my worst enemies. I hope we won't all end that way, separated from this world, unable to return our essence to the odds. Talans don't fear reversion, but this is different. This is eternal damnation.
What is this place about?
Palana is the ancient word for pilgrim. The town is built on the roots of the essence vine, which makes it a sacred destination for every Talan who is done with his life.
We only got grapevines where I'm from. I would give a lot for a glass of wine right now.
Most pilgrims who are visiting Palana have lost their way. Some have lost their mind. You seem to be the latter. Maybe you should have your head checked, or speak with Hirax and see if he can make sense of what you're saying.
Che senso? Vabbè.
Farewell, Chief.
May the
Per forza, quindi parlo con lui e magari si sblocca qualche altra cosa. Allora, sì, perché altre missioni non si sono sbloccate, no. Quindi è sempre il solito discorso. Parla con Erax della vita dell'assenza. Ok. Allora, la vita dell'assenza era che sta... infatti era quello... l'avevamo becchiato già, eravamo stati... avevamo capito già prima che dovevamo anche parlare con lui, ma evidentemente c'è un po' arronzato. Non riesco a passare, scusa, c'è una casa troppo piccola.
Sorry to disturb you.
Turn back, pilgrim. You came all the way to this Yod's forsaken place for nothing.
Woke up on the wrong toes, huh? I just want to talk.
You bet your tiny head you want to talk. I'm Herax, master of ceremonies. Pilgrims used to line up to hear my sermons. Now, Palana's an empty shell of its former glory.
Allora, senza...
So while other Talans here are the keepers of the Darashams, you are the keeper of the Essence Vine?
More of a caretaker, and not a good one. The origin of its roots are under your feet. With the devoted care of the Master of Ceremonies, that's me, the vine is meant to stretch as far as the Talan can measure. That's how it used to be, back in the moons.
But judging by the long face, you don't get a kick from your gardening job anymore.
Without reverted essences, the vine suffers. It is now shrunk to its most critical bastion. And I don't know if I have what it takes to heal its core. I feel I don't... I know I don't. The essence vine needs a new caretaker. Someone who has the strength to revive its immense power.
Potere la vita per lei... vabbè, dai.
At least there's no invaders in town.
But so many Hazardesses, all unable to join with the Yods and turning the essence vine dry. The invaders are reverting a lot of our people to impose their dominion. And yet, in such violent times, where reverting ceremonies are needed every moon, my last ritual was performed thousands of moons ago. I am useless.
You seem perfectly fit. Start getting things done. Get to work, my man.
Boy, you got less brains than a Zort-flavored bowl of res. Can't you see? The Darashams are closed.
Come è
Legions of
nervoso.
tormented Hazardesses are stuck in between worlds. I have nowhere to guide them. I couldn't save the essence vine. I failed in the eyes of our Yods.
About that power, could it be used as a weapon against the invaders?
You could, if the balance was restored and enough essences were reverted through the four Darashams, the vine would be our strongest attack against the oppressors.
But what?
The Darashams are out of order. Another disaster we can blame the invaders for.
So how do we fix them?
Speak to the Darasham keepers. They should point you in the right direction.
I don't see anyone queuing here. Where are the...
Probably waiting for someone to fix our Daoka. Or is it already fixed?
What are the pilgrims seeking here?
Probably what you're seeking. Answers. I used to have them all. But those were better moons.
I hear you used to be more inspired.
You only become a master of ceremonies after a life of pilgrimage around Adelpha, collecting stories and wisdom from all over.
Vabbè, dai, 4 essenze.
I thought every Talan...
Yes, that is the law of the Yards, but once every life cycle, a
Delle
male
cerimonie.
Talan is born with 4 essences and raised by the Almayel.
There are all kinds of ways to be inspired. Can't you read a scroll?
Inspiration comes from hearing the last words of a Talan who's decided to revert, or understanding the purpose of a Hazardess's life.
Mi pesa
Without
fare
villagers.
Vabbè,
Bye here.
addio.
Why?
Ci hai fatto 2 palle così. Allora, voglio capire una cosa, perché mo a questo punto il custode.
Hi there. I'm...
Welcome, strong and confident pilgrim. I am Kor, the Shamas of Palana.
Where can I find the Ka Darasham?
Like the air it represents, the Ka Daro Sham has always been invisible. But alas, the invasion has now made the Darosham non-existent.
How can you tell the difference?
Look down at the bottom of the cliff over there. You'll see poor Hazardesses tormented by their tragic fate. They were once proud Talans who decided to revert without knowing the difference between what is eternal and what is no more. I'm here to prevent more Talans from jumping over the cliff until the Ka Darosham is restored and I can be its keeper again.
Why don't you restore the Darosham?
To do that, I would need to travel to the Ka Temple and retrieve the Ka Codex, which I can't. But even if I did, it wouldn't be enough.
Meaning you got a bigger rock in your shoe? Let me hear it.
What an odd combination of words. I'm referring to the smoke coming out of the invader's factory. It's so thick that it suffocates the Ka essence. Sometimes we can't even see the moons anymore. The imbalance not only affects the Darosham, I can feel my healing abilities regressing. Every Shamaz is concerned. I would shut down the factory myself if it wasn't so heavily defended.
I guess picketing protesters won't do the trick, huh?
The smoke may be clouding your reason, Pilgrim. You keep speaking in meaningless sentences that confuse and, dare I say, slightly tease me.
Enough said. Show me the factory and let's get this over with.
E andiamo. Sì.
See you later, Core.
I look.
Madonna santa, raga, mamma mia. Mostrami la mappa e andiamo.
Excuse me.
Allora, raggiungi con il senso la minimappa e parla contro. Dai, non si può fare così. Cioè, stiamo parlando da 2 ore. Mamma mia, che 2 coglioni tremendi. Cioè, secondo me cioè, hanno lavorato pure tanto, però secondo me.
Can we talk, my friend?
Friend? You clearly don't know who you're talking to, so let me fill you in. My name is Agiton.
Hey.
I'm in charge of the Fey Darosham. Were you planning to end your life in flames today?
I'm good, thanks.
Not that you can, anyway. The Darosham is closed until further notice.
Tell me about the Fey Darosham.
The Fey essence is the essence of hunters, Dolotai guardians, soldiers. Although no soldiers remain on Adelpha, this is the gateway through which their reverted essence can reach the Yods, or it used to be. The invaders have screwed with our reversion long enough.
What are you gonna do about it, hothead?
You should have seen me in my young moons. I would have thrown every last one of them into the volcano since they're so interested in it.
Death by lava. Nice, but not my favorite.
You're a fighter. Give me one of your weapons and we'll wipe them off Adelpha together. You and me.
Whoa, slow down. Don't go breaking a hip on me.
Ever since I was a child on Kizar, I've dreamed of being in an epic battle. I was about to join Croax's army, but the Almayel convinced everyone that war is wrong. But this is the right war. It should have been my war. And what do? Nothing. Goddamn nothing.
Well, you don't have to fight on the battlefield to be part of the resistance. There are other ways to contribute.
Alana is not powerless. I've heard Rumbar and Hirex discuss the secrets of the Essence Vine. It is our strongest asset. We have to use it as a weapon against the oppressor.
How can you do that?
Well, I'm not sure. They wouldn't share their secrets with me. They're afraid I'd unleash a firestorm. And they're right, I would. If only my Darosham was restored, it would strengthen my essence.
Are the invaders causing trouble in Polana?
Not directly. I mean, If you don't snoop around their fortress, they won't shoot you. But Yod's above.
What is this?
You don't know? Palana is a sacred destination for all those who want to shop.
Look at me. Do I look like a suicide?
I see. You're afraid of the final transformation. We get a lot of that. Talk to Hirax, the master of ceremonies. He will ease your confusion. On second thought, he might make it worse. This is Hirax we're talking about after all.
Are you a friend of...
Hirax doesn't have friends. If the Ka Darosham was active, he'd be first in line for the leap.
Sounds like a ray of sun.
Don't listen to any of his guidance, Pilgrim. Unless you're desperate for a swim in a volcano.
That happened before?
Sadly, yes. Ask Hirax about Aribold. I don't want anything to do with his mess.
Business.
Slow? Look at this place. Nothing's happening in Palana since these goddamn invaders landed on our planet. Yods must hate me.
Hey, don't take it personal.
Why would they make me a Darosham keeper, then take away the Darosham? Why would they deny me an honorable fight against our
Madonna, stiamo
oppressors?
parlando da 10 minuti. Addio. Porca. Praticamente qua si parla soltanto in questo. Non c'è missione da fare praticamente. Solo a parlare. Parla con Anton ancora. Ma gli ho chiesto tutto.
Business is
Slow?
Hey,
Why would they make me a Darosham?
what will it take?
The invaders built a base inside our largest volcano, where they reroute the lava to forge their weapons. To bring harmony to the Fey essence, their base must be destroyed. But the Yods are more patient than I am.
Well, anything they build, I can unbuild.
I didn't say unbuild. I said destroyed! I want them turned into ashes! I see your weapons, Pilgrim! The fire in your eyes! You can do this!
Maybe. So if I destroy their volcano base, your Darosham can get back to business?
Almost. There's one other piece to this puzzle. I will need the Codex from the Fey Temple. We'll need the Yods on our side, and the Codex contains that power.
Where can I find the Fey Codex?
Once per cycle, the Codex is brought back to the Fey Temple so the Darosham Keeper and the Master of Ceremonies can perform a ritual to recharge it. With enough spiritual energy, the Codex can power the Fey Darosham for a complete cycle.
Why did you come back from the temple empty-handed?
When the invaders attacked, our chief, Rumbar, ordered the 4 Codex to be returned to their temples. Now we can't get them back. You came at a bad time, Pilgrim. I get...
Madonna santa. Mamma mia. Non mi dire ancora che dobbiamo parlare.
Yes? Talk to me.
I'm a little busy deciphering new symbols we found in the Elue temple. They're fascinating.
Speaking about the temples, the Talans didn't build them, right?
The ancients must have used special techniques to raise the 4 temples. They didn't share their technology with us.
How often are they used?
There are no codex ceremonies anymore. It has been the only activity in the temple since Palana was built. The mountain
Io
village gathers
capisco
the 4
tutto quello che
essences
volete
in
voi,
one
però
unique location.
And yet the Yods chose a temple to bring me back here. I wonder why.
The Yods speak in mysterious ways.
Cutter Slade, nice to meet you.
I thought I had a funny name,
Ma poi sono
but
tutti
you
uguali.
beat me to it, Pilgrim.
Are you
Not really. He's a bit of a drag.
You don't talk to him? How do you guys do your...
You met Email. He was one of my apprentices, yes, but I had to let him go because I can't employ 2 assistants in the current economy, you know? So I sent Hermos, my other apprentice, to talk. Let him deal with Herax's
Mismo.
gloom and doom. Now that you mention it, I haven't seen Hermos since he spoke to Herax a few moons ago.
You didn't...
He could just be hiding somewhere to avoid his chores. Wouldn't be the first time. If you talk to Herax, please ask him if he knows where Hermos is.
I need my apprentice to keep an eye on the Darasham in case one of those urinating pilgrims shows up.
Forse possiamo anche non parlarci più. No.
Got cut off. Go ahead.
The Yods speak in mysterious ways, Ulukai. I have to go now.
All right, I'm gonna go after the codex, so I'll have a
Devo
closer
ancora
look at the
chiedergli un
place.
sacco di cose. Allora. Io
What
cerco di
is it?
evitare di parlarci.
What's the...
This is the town
Ma già
of
abbiamo
Palan,
parlato di
built on the roots of the...
Well, you would think they would want to revert at home in their...
Never watch out.
What's your deal?
I'm the keeper of the Eloe Darasham. If you're seeking to end your life,
È chiuso.
What is the Elo...
ooh, a learner. Exciting. Well, some Talans visit Darashams when they have decided to complete their lives. Talans with the Eloe essence come here, to the Eloe Darasham, to revert back to the water from whence they came. But since the Darasham is closed, their hazardesses are trapped on Adelpha, unable to...
Seems like the...
What's wrong with it? You must have come across the lake over there. I can't count the number of pilgrims I've caught urinating in that lake for your sake. You travelers come here, drink a lot of our water, then run to the lake to...
Okay, listen, I promise that I didn't relieve myself in your lake, okay? Why don't you tell me what the problem...
It's not just a lake. Hello? It's the Eloe Barasham. The sacred gateway connecting our physical world to the eternal realm of the Yods. The invaders are polluting it with their waste and degrading its essence.
If I make them stop, will you chill?
Yes, I'll chill. 2 times, 3 times. You can find them at their putrid fortress behind the lake.
But what?
Even if you stop the polluting, the Eloe Codex would still be far from Palana. The Codex is the Darasham's...
I have to...
Sono aggiornati gli obiettivi? Penso di sì. Vabbè raga, io questa parte la termino qui, cioè mi sono fatto 2 palle così, parlano sempre in continuazione, che poi sono parti importanti perché uno poi comunque non capisce una mazza per certe cose, quindi se vi dovessi fare troppi tagli poi non capireste niente, ma purtroppo il discorso è sempre questo, bisogna per forza di cose andare avanti poi nelle varie zone perché altrimenti poi non si sbloccano le missioni principali. Ci vediamo al prossimo video, bye!